In this series, we're going to show how we built our motion control camera rig. We use this camera rig for time-lapse and stop-motion shots. With a camera on a slider, you can move it into a certain position or coordinate its movement. We plan to use this camera rig to take really interesting videos of our prototypes and art pieces and the different products that we're developing. If you're interested, you should be able to follow along with this series and learn how to build your own. For now, our setup has 4 major parts: a turntable, a slider, a controller, and the control software. For the turntable, we started with an open source design that we found on Thingiverse, designed by Oomlaut. We needed a few custom additions after playing around with it, and we ended up designing our own. We'll link to both in the show notes. The slider's adapted from an Openbuilds linear slider. Just like with the turntable, we started by building it the default way and ended up modifying it a little bit for our purposes. The turntable and slider give us 2 axes to work with for moving the object in the camera. In the future, we plan to add pan and tilt to the camera so we can get some more interesting shots. For a controller, we're using an Arduino with a gerbil shield. The control software communicates with the Arduino over USB, and the Arduino controls the stepper motors with the gerbil shield. The gerbil shield is an adapter that fits on top of an Arduino with sockets for stepper motor drivers, so you can drive up to 4 different stepper motors on one Arduino. We've modified ours a little bit. We're using one of the outputs to control our lighting rig, so it's stepping the lights with the camera moves, and that way we get the animations in the shot to work correctly. The software that we're using is Dragonframe. It's a professional motion control software. The software itself costs several $100s, but if you don't feel like spending that, you can use Excel Stepper, which is a library for Arduino, to write custom camera moves. But we wanted to do complicated motion planning shots with arcs and that kind of stuff, so we needed a little more sophisticated system. So over the course of this series, we're going to take a deep dive on each of these components and show you how to build your own. This was a really tough build, but it's a ton of fun to play with, and we get results out of it that we just could not get on our own. In the next video, we'll take a closer look at how we built our photography turntable. We've got a lot of great stuff planned for this series, and we're really excited to share it with you. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our build videos. Thanks for watching. For a controller, we're using an Arduino with a gerbil shield.
They're broken through the gerbil shield, sir.
Who named it that?
The creators. So, it's a gerbil shield.